Let's get a read on this from Alveda King, of course, the niece of Martin Luther King, the daughter of A.D. King. What do you think of this? What do you think of what they're trying to do here?
Fascinating report from Christina, especially about opening them to the public as a place you can use a restroom, sit around for a while, and you don't have to purchase anything. That may not have been the best solution because you can have it overcrowded, then your customers can't come in. It will affect the economy and their pocketbook and what Starbucks contributes in the area of jobs and all that kind of thing. So it can really have a different kind of impact on the economy from the perspective of just that. I think that it's very important, though, as they are working on inclusion and all of that. I've got a letter out, an open letter today, along with Brent Moselle from For America, and I'm Civil Rights for the Unborn for Priests for Life, and saying, well, if you really want to deal with the question of race, don't forget now that you are allowing your employees, they want to contribute to Planned Parenthood, and you're matching those dollars and helping to kill little babies. So if you really want to stop racism, you need to deal with that aspect of racism as well and really come together as a community of one race, one blood, as you've heard me say so many times. But it's just a real interesting kind of a way that they're trying to help the whole overall problem, but then there's an elephant in the room and they don't want to see that one.
Yeah, you know, Alveda, too, it cuts along racial lines, too. I hate to say, when white people were sort of polled about this, overwhelmingly they thought it was stupid. I'm paraphrasing here. African Americans, minorities in general, 8 out of 10 thought it was a good idea. What did you make of that?
Well, African Americans, because of the race issue, we've been persecuted so long. There's a lot of victimization in the African American race. And Neil, you already know I'm part Nigerian, part Irish, and part Native American through the DNA test and all that I've taken. So I'm one blood and one race. So I tend not to necessarily think only of the victimization of my African American heritage, but the overall picture. And that's what my uncle said. We must learn, Martin Luther King Jr., we must learn to live together as brothers, I add as sisters, or perish together as fools. So if we're going to be able to be brothers and sisters, we're going to have to see each other in that manner. But I sometimes think that the African American community doesn't think fiscally, doesn't think money, because if everybody makes that for a new community lounge, refuge, let me rest, get in the bathroom, wash up and do all that kind of thing in the bathroom, then the customers are not going to necessarily be able to get in and buy that cup of coffee. So some of the Starbucks may find some challenges with their year-end dollar amounts. And so I don't know if everybody's thinking about that, Neil.
You know, you know, my good friend Charles Payne here was telling me over the weekend, why not just return to being good human beings, period, regardless of race? If someone wants to use the restroom, you let them. It's not a big deal. It's not that onerous. It doesn't have to become a racial matter.
But don't open it up as a...
Well, yeah, but when I hear some of the things they're planning, like Howard Schultz reaffirming on tape that Starbucks is a third place, it's a safe place to gather apart from your home and your workplace, that they were featuring recorded footage and video of like-minded people talking about how we can all get along, and then the Chicago-born rapper Common in a segment here. It almost seems to border on patronizing, and I hope that wasn't Starbucks' intent, but for anyone just stepping back from this, you'd say, you know, maybe the strategy should be treat your customers and non-customers alike like people, and just be good human beings.
Goal. I believe that's their goal. When I was growing up with my mom,
don't do all this other nonsense.
Which my mom said, don't even go to a neighbor's house or go to dinner without taking something. I was taught when you go into a store, make sure you buy something. So that's what I'm saying. If your intent is to go in, use the restroom, sit around, and not buy something, that was not the intent of these people who were persecuted, though. As a matter of fact, it seems as though they were just waiting for someone else to come, and they were going to have coffee and talk. So that was totally wrong. But it's kind of morphed into another kind of a look now that it may not be as successful.
Well, that was
but
the case of the store manager.
I'd be happy to talk race relations with them.
But a store manager in that Philadelphia case overreacted by having these folks arrested and all. But I don't know. There's got to be just a high priority on patience and understanding. And Like your uncle and dad used to say,
Well,
treating human beings like human beings.
Real quick, Neil.
Sure.
Did you hear about the lady in the park, and a family was grilling in the park, and this lady called the police to have them arrested, and she was saying, oh, you can't use charcoal grills here, but everybody else was using the charcoal grills. And so she called, they were barbecuing while black, you know, or you're waiting at Starbucks to get a cup of coffee with some friends and talk while black. So we don't want that going on.
No,
that is racism. But we need to be one blood, Neil.
I hear you. Alveda, it's always a pleasure, always an honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.